Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave from Common RDW here, and today on the eShop stop we are checking out SpiritSphereDX. In the last year, there's been a resurgence in the rally back and forth genre of game. Disc Jam, Windjammers, and even the more recent release of Mario Tennis Aces have players in heated volleys with each other. Adding to this fun local multiplayer rally hype is the 16-bit fantasy-themed SpiritSphereDX. Actively described as one part tennis and other part magical beatdown, SpiritSphereDX noticeably stands out to the other games previously mentioned. Outside of its similarities to other retro-themed games of the earlier era, Legend of Zelda, SpiritSphereDX manages to take that inspiration and make its style stand out in the sea of 8 to 16-bit games on the eShop. There's a very colorful cast of characters here, and each is vastly different from the next in how they control and hit the sphere. Lyn, for example, is the most well-rounded in the sense that she uses a simple sword slash and spin attack, but Dwarf on the other hand is able to aim and throw his axe to aim and hit the sphere from long distances, and also pounce at the sphere to get that extra reach. Also, as varied as the characters are the stages, like a forest arena where the grass not only blocks your goal, but also tempts you to chop it down to get extra items. Or an active volcano where the lava changes its flow, which also changes your goal location. Or the sparkling spring where the angled walls make for some pretty frantic ricochets. SpiritSphereDX isn't all simple back and forth gameplay though. There's also multiple modes that you can get into as well. If you're running solo, you can also play through the mini campaigns for each character, which also is a really good challenge if you need some practice or to get some extra gold. And of course, there's a plethora of multiplayer modes to play here, each set up for whatever number of players you may have. You can do a basic match where you can also choose from a variety of spheres, which can put a spin on the gameplay. Also, Squash is a really fun mode. It's kind of like Wall Ball, and is basically a whole different game in itself, because it also tells you the rules every time you start up a game. Then there's a target mode where two players can cooperate to get high scores by hitting objects in the middle of the field. Or a really awesome 2 to 3 player boss battle mode, and probably my personal favorite, which is the hand-to-hand mode, which is only possible on Nintendo Switch, where the Switch is in handheld mode, but each player is holding one side using the Joy-Con as their controller. It's a really great way to play a quick game on the go when you have a few minutes to kill. If I had to toss out one complaint, it'd just be that the campaign mode can be pretty agitating at times, even when set on normal. Some of the matchups plus the stages can feel pretty broken at times, and I found myself repeating certain matches upwards to 10 times in a row, but when I set the difficulty down to easy, it was like the computer wasn't even trying anymore. But let's remember that SpiritSphere is made primarily to be a local multiplayer game, and in that regard it succeeds. If you like games like Mario Tennis, Air Hockey, or even the classic Legend of Zeldas, then I'm sure you'd enjoy adding SpiritSphereDX to your eShop library. Well guys, that's it for this episode of the eShop Stop. Feel free to comment down below if you're thinking about picking up SpiritSphereDX for yourselves after watching this video. Also, don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to Common RDW and ring that bell so you have notifications when more episodes of the eShop Stop go live.